You're listening to Spotlight on the Brumbies of Kosciuszko National Park with my special guests Julie Caterino and Andrew Thaler. So we're in the last 15 minutes of the show. Andrew, what else do you want to add?
It's a national park. It's owned by everybody. It exists for everybody. Go for a drive. Go and drive along the highway and look for the horses through Kiandra. Go up Long Plain Road. Drive down for the moment, because there's more horses in the Nungar area. That's Nungar, Nungar. Go down Tantangara Road, and you'll end up at the Snowy Hydro construction, and you'll end up at the Tantangara Dam, which crosses the Murrumbidgee. There's dirt roads. You can keep exploring wherever you want. The next bit up is called Pocket Saddle, and a bit further on you get to Kurungo Homestead. It's pretty well signposted. People just need to go for a drive. Go and look at this park of ours. It's not just ski fields. There's so much more to it. And it's public accessible. Now, they do close gates in the winter, and you can't access all of these areas. So you need to do that between the October long weekend when the gates open and the June long weekend when the gates close. Now, they close the gates because it snows, and they don't want to rescue people from the snow. But you can camp up there, you can ride a horse up there, you can ride a mountain bike, you can do all kinds of things. You can just pull over on the side of the road and stop and look out. It's quite peaceful. It's a ginormous open place. You can even drive all the way through to Canberra to Blue Waterholes. There's an interesting landmark right at the top. Long Plain Road. It's quite a long road. We were very imaginative when we came up with that name.
Yeah.
Well, what are we going to call this place, Julie?
Long Plain.
Oh, it's long.
Long.
And it's plain.
Pretty ordinary.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of those other ones where I had a tangle with someone last week. It's a brown snake. Why do we call it a brown snake? Because it's brown. So we encourage everybody to use your own eyes. Don't believe what you're told. And that's key here.
Yeah, you've got to get up there yourselves and have a look. Nobody seems to believe anything that, even when they ask people questions, you've got to get up there. Get yourself motivated. Have a look for yourselves. It's just not workable up there.
We all joke about our 8 cents a day that is spent on the ABC. I'd love to know how much money is spent every day on Kosciuszko National Park, but they're spending your money. So go and have a look. And remember that they're your horses. They're God's creatures, but they're your horses in your park. How would you like them to be treated?
That's right. I'll tell you a little yarn about my father who passed away about 35 years ago due to a truck accident. He once said to me before I saw him for the last time, he said, "Just want you to remember one thing, darling." He said, "The national parks are yours." He said, "The government can't take them away." He said, "And you've got freedom." But it looks like we don't have much freedom of speech to go along with that now either.
Well, we don't, and that's what they like us to believe. But if the COVID arguments taught us anything, it's that we do have a voice. We just forgot how to use it.
And we also have community radio where you can come and amplify that voice.
Absolutely, and I love the fact that you're recording it, and we can upload a copy of this chat, and you know what, I'll tender it to the Parliamentary Inquiry.
You do that, I'm sure they'll enjoy the tunes we're playing.
Well, we put a bit of thought into it.
Yeah.
So I also have a strong shout out, of course, to Dean, because we've been chatting about this and planning it, trying to find songs of relevance. It's pretty hard to go past Man from Snowy River. Very emotive responses when you play those tracks. But see, the thing is, the horse has been such an enormous part of human history. Horses across the steppe, the S-T-E-P-P-E, the steppe, which is Russia right across to China, all through South America, the Indians through Middle America. Everywhere you go, horse and human. Horse and human, human and dog. It's just how it is. The humans ride the horse carries the human.
Indeed.
And it's about respect. So that park is so big that we can share it with some horses. And let's be honest, that if the population started getting a bit out of control, we could manage it. We don't have to buy bullets. We can look at many other scientific approaches through rehoming. Even people have talked about catching, castrating, or reducing their ability to breed. And we're doing that with mosquitoes. We've tried it with all kinds of breeds. But it's an open-air scientific experiment that is available.
Yeah, they're actually doing that in America with control of mustangs, like darting, for instance. Just darting the stallions to reduce the population of mustangs there, which I still think it should be looked at here. You know, there's not a problem with it.
There is some concern with it.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an interesting idea where
we can always look at that.
Well, apply the scientific principles, do some tests, where they dart a long release or slow release contraceptive, which then reduces their ability to breed. But there could always be side effects. So again, it's not necessarily ideal, but let's go back to first principles. How many horses are there? Let's count them.
Yeah.
And then we'll make our decisions based on validated fact.
Alrighty, so we've been talking a lot about the Brumbies and a lot about Kosciuszko. So let's play a song for Kosciuszko now called Kosciuszko by Norma O'Hara Murphy. I think this was only released this year, actually. In fact, maybe in the last few months. And I heard this for the first time in the last few days. I really loved it.